Hey everyone, it's James here from GoodGuitarist.com, and today I have another nursery rhyme for you. My second one is actually on the way any minute now, so my phone is on and I could get called into action at any second, so let's hope we can make it through this lesson. Today we're going to be learning Hickory Dickory Dock, and this one has a different sort of timing to it than the other ones that we've been doing. We're in 6/8 time, and I don't know if that means much to you. It doesn't really matter. We're going to learn how to count it out properly. We're going to learn how to play the chords, how to do the melody, and we're going to use this song. Whether you're a cool aunt or uncle, grandma, grandpa, or a parent yourself, you probably don't have time to be playing guitar if you're a parent. Like, let's be honest, this is my job. It's the only reason why I get a chance to put a guitar in my hands. But anyways, we're going to get started with the chord shapes. This one's really basic. We have A, D, and E. And if you need help with those, I have a free ebook. It's completely free for all my subscribers that goes over all the fundamentals of strumming on acoustic guitar, goes over the basic chords, strumming, putting it all together, and it even comes with some training videos that'll help you work through this and practice your chord switching. I also have a complete beginner's course which takes that a step further, so check either of those out. There's links down below if you'd like help with that. Otherwise, we're going to take those chord shapes and we're going to put them in order, downstrokes only, just counting along, keeping it nice and simple, starting off on A. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The mouse ran up the clock. 2. The clock struck 1. The mouse went down. Hickory dickory dock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. So that's pretty simple for the most part. Make sure you can do it just like that, downstrokes only, counting out loud. And in this one, we're only counting 1, 2. We're not counting all the way up to 4 or 3 or anything like that, you know. So pay attention to the counting, just counting along, nice and simple, switching the chords. Don't forget, if you need any extra help with those chord shapes, my free ebook and my complete beginner's course. Otherwise, we're going to move on and take a look at the strumming pattern, which goes like this. I'll do it a little bit slower. 1 and a, 2 and a. So the strokes themselves are really simple. It's just down, up, down, up. But we have to pay attention to the counting. I counted out loud 1 and a, 2 and a. And that is 6/8 counting. Long story short, there's 6 little bits. 1 and a, 2 and a. That's 6 little things. 6 of them. They are 8th notes, 6, 8. And before, when we were counting 1, 2, those are the big beats. Those are the downstrokes. 1 and a, 2 and a. You know, 1 and 2 are the downstrokes. And the upstrokes are the ahs. We don't do anything on and until we start playing the melody. So I want you to count out loud. 1 and a, 2 and a, 1 and a, 2 and 1 and just over and over again until you're comfortable with it. Then you can speed it up a little bit. 1 and a, 2 and a, 1 and a, 2 and a. So now we're going to add that to our chord progression. And when you look at that little lyrics strip up above, each one of those slashes is a down up. It's 1 count. So let's try this together, starting on A. 1 and a, 2 and a, 1 and a, 2 and dock. The mouse went up the clock. The clock struck 1. The mouse went down. Hickory dickory dock. Tick tock, tick tock, tick tock, tick tock. So the toughest part is in the middle there when we go A, D, E, A. And I would focus just on that part. And as we're adding the strumming to it and switching the chords, 1 and a, 2 and a. It's okay to switch chords a little bit early, you know, 1 and a, 2 and switch. switch on the upstroke. You know, it's better to miss that stroke, but hit the next chord right on beat 1. That'll sound infinitely better than if you were to miss the landing on the next chord shape. So that's just a little tip. Now, before we move on and learn the melody, there's one little thing that you can do with this tune that makes it come to life a little bit more, and that is to add pauses. I'm going to put a little star symbol in the lyrics strip where I want to pause. And it goes with the words. It feels really natural. You could even try singing the words at this point. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hickory dickory dock. The mouse went up the clock. The clock struck 1. So we pause there, and then when we're ready, the mouse went down. Hickory dickory dock. So I'm going down, up, down, and on beat 2, I'm letting it stretch out, and I'm not worrying about that final upstroke. Pause for as long as you feel it, and then you move on to the next chord shape. And that actually makes the switching a lot simpler. So that's a little trick you can do that not only makes the song better, but it makes the chord switching a lot simpler. Anyways, let's take a look now at the melody. The first phrase goes like this. So we're starting off on the 2nd fret of the B string with our first finger, and then we're playing the 3rd fret with our middle finger. And I play down, up with my pick. Then we're going to go to the high E string, play that open. And now we place our fingers on the B string on the 2nd and 3rd fret, the same frets we played, same fingers, but they're placed ahead of time, and we're going to go 3, 2, 0. So we have our fingers placed down, and as we pluck each note, we remove our finger, and then we remove a finger, and we play 3, 2, 0. We finish with the 2nd fret. So that entire phrase, nice and slow. 1 and a, 2 and a. 1 and a, 2 and a. 1 and a, 2. The next phrase goes. So it's the same notes, we're just playing them with a different rhythm and in a different order. Starting off on the 2nd fret of the B string, up, down. So I'm picking up, down, then on the high E string, and then the 3rd fret of the B string. So far, up, down, and then O, 2. 2, 2, open E string, 3rd fret of the B string, O, 2. Let's count that in nice and slow. 1 and a, 2 and. The next phrase. Once again, we're starting on the 2nd fret of the B string, up, down, up, and then the high E string. 2, 2, 2, E. We're going to stay on the E string. So E, and then 3, 3, 2nd fret of the highest string. So on the highest string, open, B string, 3, 3, and then 2 on the top string. We'll do that nice and slow. 1 and a, 2 and a. The final phrase. Starting off on the highest string, O, 2, O, then on the B string, 3, 2, O, and on the G string, 2. So O, 2, O, 3, 2, O, 2. We'll do it slowly. 1 and 2 and So work on it just like that, breaking it down into each part, and then when you're ready, we can put that all together nice and slow. 1 and 2 and and 2 and and 2 and So that's the melody. At this point, we know how to play the chords and strumming. We know how to do the melody. Now I have a backing track for you to practice over, and it's at a pretty normal pace. It's not too fast, not too slow. You can practice either the chords and strumming or the melody. You can go through this as many times as you need to. Here we go. So that's how you play Hickory Dickory Dock. If you need help following along with the entire song and, reading the tab and all that, I have a printable chord chart available for this on my Patreon page. That's available down below, and that has everything you need to play along. It's printable, easy to read. There's also a kids songbook that has 24 kids songs in 2 keys each. So everything that I'm going to be releasing basically over the next year, I've already printed it out, and you can download that and, play through these songs, learn them at your own pace. If you need help with the fundamentals, there's my free ebook covering all the basics of acoustic, guitar, strumming, chords, that kind of stuff. I have a complete beginner's course which guides you through that process step by step, taking you from absolute beginner to confident strummer. And don't forget to like and subscribe if you'd like to help support the channel. Otherwise, have a fun time practicing, and I'll see you soon.